Jack lightly tapped his female co-worker on the back. Surprisingly, instead of getting upset, she smiled. Jack felt proud of himself, but his boss had seen everything. Without thinking twice, the boss decided to punish Jack for his inappropriate behavior. He was forced to stay late at the office and finish extra work. When Jack finally wrapped up and was about to head home, something terrifying happened. He saw a hitman shoot a woman. Jack panicked. While the hitman was dealing with the body, Jack rushed to his desk to call 911, but his phone was dead. As the sound of the killer's footsteps grew closer, Jack quickly ran into the bathroom, but one of the stalls was already occupied by someone the hitman had already killed. When the hitman heard noise from the bathroom, he came inside. Jack grabbed the wall and lifted himself above the stall door. As the hitman began checking each stall, Jack quickly and quietly slipped into another one. He stood on the toilet to hide, but accidentally he pressed the flush button. Luckily, the hitman activated another sensor at that exact moment where Jack would have been discovered, barely escaping death. Jack looked around, trying to find a place to hide, but there was nowhere safe. Then he remembered his phone was still on the charger. He nervously looked around. Just then, the killer noticed a piece of clothing caught in a door. He realized someone was still alive. Hearing a faint sound, Jack darted into a storage room. The hitman turned toward the sound, and Jack, frozen in fear, stepped back, only to bump into a corpse. He barely stopped himself from screaming. The hitman cautiously moved toward the storage room. Jack had no way out. He was terrified. Suddenly, a ringtone rang out. Jack's phone had charged and turned back on. Hearing the sound, the killer went toward it. Jack took the chance and slipped out of the storage room. The hitman saw the phone and understood his target was still nearby. Then he yelled, "Your time is up." While the killer searched the building, Jack sneaked into the office and tried to trigger the smoke alarm, but it didn't work. It was just for show. Out of options, Jack set an actual fire, hoping someone in the opposite building would see and call the police. It worked. Jack, terrified, signaled to the building across the street. Just as he stepped outside the office, he came face to face with the killer, but the hitman didn't have time to kill him. He had to put out the fire before anyone called the cops. While trying to extinguish it, the hitman passed out. Jack ran back to help put out the fire, but the hitman attacked him again. Right then, Jack's boss showed up and shot the hitman. If you were in Jack's place, what would you have done?